Don't take life too seriously. Life is unpredictable. It's a beautiful mess of highs and lows, laughter and tears, success and failure. But let me tell you something you can't control at all. The moment you let go of the idea that you have to take everything so seriously is the moment you start truly living. Life isn't a courtroom, it's a playground. You're here to explore, to experiment, to fall and rise, to love and learn. So stop taking life so seriously, smile more, laugh often, and remember you don't get a second shot at today. So why not make it light, make it joyful, and make it unforgettable? Life is unpredictable, full of twists, turns, and surprises. Some moments will bring you joy beyond measure, while others might knock you off your feet. But here's the thing, how you perceive these moments changes everything. Imagine your life as a stage play, and you're the main character. Are you going to make it a tragic drama where every misstep is the end of the world, or will you turn it into a comedy where the slip ups are part of the charm? Think about the moments you've tripped, spilled coffee on yourself, or said something awkward. In those seconds, it might have felt mortifying, but now, those are the stories you share at dinner parties. They're the moments that remind you you're human. Life isn't about avoiding embarrassment, it's about embracing it. When you can laugh at yourself, you take away the power of shame and replace it with joy. Even in tough times, there's humor to be found if you're willing to look for it. Maybe it's the irony of a situation, the ridiculousness of how things played out, or even the unexpected silver lining that makes you smile. Finding the comedy in life doesn't mean ignoring the seriousness of real challenges. It means giving yourself the permission to breathe, to step back, and to see the bigger picture. Because here's the secret, life will always have its struggles. But when you can approach those struggles with a sense of humor, they lose their heaviness. You become lighter, freer, and better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Life is a comedy, not a tragedy, and you're the one writing the script. So make it a story worth laughing about. Perfection is one of the greatest myths we've ever believed in. From a young age, we're taught to aim for it: perfect grades, perfect jobs, perfect relationships, perfect lives. But here's the truth, perfection doesn't exist, and chasing it will only leave you exhausted, frustrated, and stuck in a cycle of self doubt. Life is messy. It's filled with imperfections and flaws that make it real and meaningful. Every crack in the picture, every misstep in your journey is a part of what makes you, you. Imagine if everything went exactly as planned every time. Where's the growth in that? Where's the adventure? The beauty of life lies in its unpredictability, in the moments that catch you off guard and teach you more than any perfect scenario ever could. When you focus on being perfect, you stop appreciating who you are in the moment. You criticize yourself for every little mistake, every perceived flaw, and forget to celebrate your progress. You measure yourself against unrealistic standards, thinking you're not enough, when the truth is, you're already more than enough exactly as you are. Perfection also limits you. You become so afraid of making mistakes that you hesitate to take risks or try new things. But the best moments in life often come from the unexpected, from the times you stepped outside your comfort zone and embraced the unknown. The imperfections along the way are what make the journey memorable. Even the people you admire most aren't perfect. Behind every success story, there's a trail of failures, setbacks, and lessons learned. They didn't achieve greatness by being flawless, they achieved it by showing up, trying, failing, and trying again. So stop aiming for perfection. Aim for authenticity instead. Embrace your quirks, your mistakes, your humanity. Because perfection isn't what makes life beautiful. It's the imperfections, the cracks, and the uniqueness that do. Failure is inevitable. It's a part of life, a part of growth, and a part of every success story you've ever admired. Yet, so many of us treat failure as the end of the road, as if it's some kind of permanent scar. The truth is, failure isn't a dead end, it's a stepping stone. It's not something to fear, it's something to embrace. The key is not just to fail, but to fail forward. What does that mean? It means using every failure as an opportunity to move closer to your goals. Every time you fall, you're learning something valuable: what doesn't work, where you need to adjust, and how to approach things differently. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Every stumble teaches you something that success never could. But here's the thing, failing forward requires the ability to laugh at yourself. When you can look at your mistakes and find humor in them, you take away their power to weigh you down. You replace shame with lightness. And you give yourself permission to move on. Imagine slipping on a banana peel. Sure, it's embarrassing in the moment, but it's also ridiculously funny if you think about it. Life's missteps can feel like that too, if you choose to see them that way. Laughter doesn't erase the pain of failure, but it softens the edges. It reminds you that no single moment defines you, no matter how big the mistake might feel at the time. Laughing at your failures is a way of telling yourself this isn't the end of the story. It's a reminder that you're human, and being human means sometimes falling flat on your face. And guess what? That's okay. The people who achieve great things aren't the ones who never fail, they're the ones who keep going despite the failures. They don't take themselves too seriously and they don't let setbacks keep them down. They pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and keep moving forward, often with a smile on their face or a chuckle at how ridiculous the situation seemed. So, don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Step out, take risks, and when you stumble and you will stumble, choose to fail forward. Choose to laugh louder, because every failure is just another step on the path to something greater, and every laugh makes the journey a little bit lighter. Success is something many of us chase relentlessly. We set goals, achieve milestones, and strive for recognition, thinking that each achievement will bring us lasting fulfillment. But here's the reality: success is fleeting, it's temporary. The thrill of accomplishment fades, the applause quiets down, and the sense of fulfillment begins to wear off. What you're left with isn't the success itself, it's the moments of joy you experienced along the way. But here's the thing: failing forward requires the ability to laugh at yourself. When you can look at your mistakes and find humor in them, you take away their power to weigh you down. You replace shame with lightness and you give yourself permission to move on. Imagine slipping on a banana peel. Sure, it's embarrassing in the moment, but it's also ridiculously funny if you think about it. Life's missteps can feel like that too if you choose to see them that way. Laughter doesn't erase the pain of failure, but it softens the edges. It reminds you that no single moment defines you, no matter how big the mistake might feel at the time. Laughing at your failures is a way of telling yourself this isn't the end of the story. It's a reminder that you're human, and being human means sometimes falling flat on your face. And guess what? That's okay. The people who achieve great things aren't the ones who never fail, they're the ones who keep going despite the failures. They don't take themselves too seriously and they don't let setbacks keep them down. They pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and keep moving forward, often with a smile on their face or a chuckle at how ridiculous the situation seemed. So, don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Step out, take risks, and when you stumble, and you will stumble, choose to fail forward. Choose to laugh louder, because every failure is just another step on the path to something greater, and every laugh makes the journey a little bit lighter. Success is something many of us chase relentlessly. We set goals, achieve milestones, and strive for recognition, thinking that each achievement will bring us lasting fulfillment. But here's the reality: success is fleeting. It's temporary. The thrill of accomplishment fades, the applause quiets down, and the sense of fulfillment begins to wear off. What you're left with isn't the success itself, it's the moments of joy you experienced along the way. Joy, unlike success, isn't tied to a result. It's found in the simple, everyday experiences that bring meaning and light to your life. It's in the laughter you share with friends, the hug you give a loved one, or the satisfaction of doing something purely because it makes you happy. These moments of joy don't depend on a title, a paycheck, or a trophy. They're rooted in connection, in presence, and being fully alive. When you make success your sole focus, you risk losing sight of the things that truly matter. You might find yourself working endlessly, sacrificing time with loved ones, or ignoring your own well-being, all for a goal that, once achieved, won't fill the deeper needs of your soul. Success is external, but joy is internal. It's what sustains you, even when life doesn't go as planned. Think about the happiest moments in your life. Chances are they aren't the ones tied to material success or public accolades. They're the quiet, meaningful times, the ones where you felt connected to others, to yourself, and to the world around you. Those are the moments that stick with you long after the glow of an achievement has faded. Joy also has a way of multiplying. When you focus on what truly brings you happiness, you inspire others to do the same. It's contagious. A joyful heart creates a ripple effect, spreading light to everyone you encounter. Success might inspire admiration, but joy inspires connection. The irony is, when you stop chasing success and start prioritizing joy, you often find yourself more fulfilled than you ever thought possible. True success isn't about climbing to the top of a ladder, it's about building a life filled with moments that make your heart feel full. Joy is what remains long after the applause has ended, and it's what gives meaning to every achievement along the way. Control is something we all crave. We want to feel like we have power over our lives, like we can shape every outcome and predict every twist and turn. But the truth is, control is an illusion. Life doesn't follow our plans, it unfolds in its own way on its own terms. The sooner we let go of the need to control everything, the sooner we can find peace and freedom. Think about how much energy we spend trying to manage every detail of our lives, worrying about the future, stressing over things that might go wrong, or obsessing over how others perceive us. We create plans, set expectations, and convince ourselves that if we just work hard enough, think far enough ahead, or hold on tight enough, everything will fall perfectly into place. But then life happens. Unexpected challenges arise, people act in ways we didn't anticipate, all that effort to control feels futile. Letting go of control doesn't mean giving up or being careless. It means accepting that there are forces at work beyond what we can see or influence. It means understanding that life is full of variables we can't predict or manipulate. And that's okay. In fact, that's what makes life beautiful. If everything were predictable, where would the excitement be? If you knew every step of your journey before it happened, would you even want to take it? When you release the need to control, you open yourself up to possibilities you might never have considered. Instead of forcing life to fit into your narrow expectations, you allow it to surprise you. You learn to adapt, to flow with what comes, and to find joy even in the unexpected. Some of the best moments in life happen when things don't go according to plan. Letting go also frees you from the burden of trying to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. When you accept that some things are beyond your control, you give yourself permission to focus on what you can do, your attitude, your effort, and how you respond to what life throws your way. Control is a myth, but freedom is real. And freedom comes when you stop trying to grip so tightly and start trusting the process. Life is unpredictable, and that's where its magic lies. Embrace it. Chaos is a natural part of life. It shows up when plans unravel, when unexpected events knock you off balance, or when things simply don't go the way you hope. Chaos can feel overwhelming and frustrating, but it doesn't have to weigh you down. In fact, if you take a step back, you might find that chaos has a funny side that can lighten the load and help you navigate the storm with a smile. Think about the last time something didn't go as planned. Maybe it was a project that went off the rails, a trip that turned into a series of mishaps, or even a small moment like spilling coffee on yourself right before an important meeting. In the moment, it probably felt like a disaster, but looking back, it might just make you laugh. That's the thing about chaos, it often comes with a twist of irony, a sense of absurdity that you can choose to find amusing instead of stressful. Seeing the humor in chaos doesn't mean ignoring the seriousness of challenges or pretending everything is fine. It means choosing to find moments of levity even when things feel out of control. It's about recognizing that not every situation needs to be treated with gravity and that sometimes laughter is the best way to break the tension. Humor can turn a stressful situation into a shared story, something you and others can bond over instead of letting it pull you apart. Chaos also has a way of humbling us. It reminds us that we're not in charge of everything and that life has a funny way of keeping us on our toes. When you can laugh at the unpredictability of it all, you let go of the need to take everything so seriously. You stop seeing chaos as an enemy and start viewing it as a quirky, albeit annoying, companion on the journey of life. And here's the magic of humor, it's contagious. When you can laugh at a chaotic moment, it often encourages others to do the same. Instead of spiraling into frustration or despair, you create a space for connection, for shared smiles, and for a collective sigh of relief. Humor becomes a tool, a way to turn disorder into something manageable, even enjoyable. Life will always have its share of chaos. Plans will go awry, unexpected challenges will arise, and moments of disorder will find their way into your days. But when you learn to see the humor in it, chaos becomes less of a burden and more of a reminder that life doesn't always have to be taken so seriously. Sometimes it's okay to just laugh, let go, and embrace the ride. Fear has a sneaky way of taking over. It whispers in your ear, making you second guess yourself, hold back, or shrink away from opportunities. It tells you that you're not ready, that you're not enough, that you might fail. But here's the truth, fear is a thief. It steals your confidence, your courage, and most importantly, your light, the unique brilliance that only you can bring into this world. Fear thrives on what ifs. What if I fail? What if they judge me? What if I'm not good enough? These thoughts can spiral, paralyzing you and convincing you that it's safer to stay where you are, to play small, to avoid risk. But the reality is, staying in the shadow of fear doesn't protect you, it diminishes you. It keeps you from discovering your potential and living the life you were meant to live. Your light is your passion, your voice, your dreams. It's what makes you shine in a world that often tries to dim individuality. When you let fear take over, you hide that light, thinking it's better to blend in, to avoid the possibility of failure or rejection. But by doing that, you rob yourself and the world of the impact you were born to make. The thing about fear is that it often exaggerates reality. It makes challenges seem bigger than they are, risks seem more dangerous, and setbacks seem final. But fear lies. Most of the time, the worst case scenarios we imagine never happen. And even when things don't go as planned, the experience often teaches us something valuable, something that helps us grow. Courage doesn't mean you're fearless, it means you feel the fear and move forward anyway. It means recognizing that fear is a natural part of the journey, but refusing to let it dictate your choices. Every time you push through fear, your light grows stronger. You prove to yourself that you're capable, that you're resilient, and that you can handle whatever comes your way. And here's the secret: your light is contagious. When you step out of fear and into your potential, you inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon, showing those around you that it's possible to face challenges, take risks, and live authentically. The courage you display creates ripples, encouraging others to let their own lights shine. Fear will always be there, lurking in the background, waiting for a chance to take over. But you don't have to give it power. You can choose to acknowledge it, then move forward despite it. You can choose to protect your light, to nurture it, and to let it shine brightly no matter what. Because your light is too precious, too unique, and too important to let fear steal it away. In a world that constantly pushes us to strive for bigger, better, and more, it's easy to overlook the small moments, the little things that make life rich and meaningful. We get caught up in the race for success, the chase for accomplishments, and the pressure to keep moving forward, often forgetting that the best parts of life aren't always the big milestones. They're the quiet, subtle moments that fill our days with joy, comfort, and connection. Take a moment to think about the small victories in your life. Maybe it's a cup of coffee that hits just right on a chilly morning. Maybe it's the way the sunlight filters through the trees or the smile of a stranger that brightens your day. These things may seem insignificant, but they carry a sense of warmth, peace, and beauty that can't be replaced by any big achievement. We often wait for the big wins to feel accomplished, or happy graduating, landing a dream job, buying a house. But the truth is, those moments don't always bring the fulfillment we expect. They come and go, leaving us to chase the next big thing. It's the little things, the ones we almost miss in our hustle, that create the true fabric of our lives. They remind us that life isn't just about reaching the destination, it's about appreciating every step along the way. Celebrating the little things means giving yourself permission to slow down and savor the present moment. It's about being mindful of the simple joys that surround you, no matter how small they might seem. Maybe it's taking a deep breath and feeling the air fill your lungs, or having a good conversation with a friend. Maybe it's the comfort of your favorite song playing on the radio, or the peacefulness of a quiet evening. These moments, though fleeting, have a way of grounding us and making us feel connected to something greater. By celebrating the little things, we also create space for gratitude. It's easy to overlook the small gifts life gives us, but when we pause to notice them, we start to feel a sense of abundance. Life becomes less about what we lack and more about what we have right now. The more we celebrate these moments, the more joy we invite into our lives, and the more we realize that happiness isn't found in grand achievements, it's found in the quiet, everyday moments that often go unnoticed. It's also in these little things that we find connection. A kind word, a shared laugh, a thoughtful gesture. They may not change the world, but they change the world for someone, even if that someone is you. These moments build relationships, create memories, and give us a sense of belonging. In a fast-paced world that often values efficiency and results over meaning, taking time to celebrate the small things allows us to slow down and reconnect with what truly matters. Celebrating the little things isn't just a reminder to slow down, it's a mindset shift. It's about recognizing that every moment has value, and that the seemingly insignificant moments often hold the most power. When you start to notice and appreciate these moments, life becomes richer, more fulfilling, and far less focused on the pressures of achieving and more focused on the beauty of simply being. So, as you move forward in your journey, remember this: life doesn't have to be a race. It doesn't need to be a constant pursuit of the next big thing. The magic lies in the small moments, the laughter with friends, the quiet victories, the beautiful imperfections, and the joy found in everyday experiences. Celebrate those moments, cherish them, and let them remind you that happiness isn't always about the destination, but about appreciating the journey. Take time to pause, to breathe, and to laugh. Let go of the pressure to always be achieving and start enjoying the present for what it is. Life is full of little things that make all the difference. And when you celebrate them, you'll find that you already have everything you need to live a fulfilled, meaningful life. So don't wait for the big moments to feel joy. Find it in the little things, because those are the moments that truly make life worth living.